everybody, we're still in the Dawg House. These folks is wanting me to show y'all some bikes now. You saw the drift trikes, SFD Customs, what was that, Carolina? These things are just ridiculously fun, man. Way too much fun, man. These things are a blast. Now to the real stuff. This old girl here, this is one of my favorites, man. I was actually looking for, you know, a little older model Road King. We were honestly looking at what the guy was selling it for. We just figured it was kind of a pig with some lipstick on it. I gotta tell you, the thing has done more than grow on me. It's probably one of my favorites. It was obvious to all of us that we really couldn't touch it or do anything with it. So that's how I ended up with a white motorcycle. When I look at this one, man, that's what a Harley's supposed to look like. But it's an awesome riding bike. This guy here is the Street Glide. Now this has a 120R Screaming Eagle on it. It's a hot rod motor. FBI Customs out of Iowa did this one years back, and this was my gift to myself for, I think, my first #1. So these guys took it in, they took a bone stock Street Glide, dropped it, stretched it, custom paint, and all kind of cool stuff, man. Even the brakes are pretty neat. Got you some brass knuckle brake lights. How you like that, America? Yeah, this bike though, I will tell you this, it is ridiculously fast. There's stupid power in this thing. All the guys will tell you when we get them out sometimes and ride, if anybody's down a bike, if anybody ever gets on this one, they'll tell you it takes some getting used to. This one here is a brand new Harley Davidson CVO Road Glide. Now when these things came out, I gotta be completely honest with y'all, I hated them. I hated the way they looked. I thought it was dumb that the whole fairing didn't move when you turn the wheel. And then I got on one and rode it, and that's pretty much what I stay on now. Either this guy or the other Road Glide we'll show you here in a minute. But with the CVO, you get all kind of souped up stuff, man. The paint on it is black and red. It's Georgia Bulldog colors. You know what I'm saying? Get you some. It's a Cadillac, and I mean, heated hand grips, all the stuff that I didn't know exists on this bike. The display is incredible, and it rides like a champ. All right, so this bike is really special to me, but for a very specific reason. When we pulled in from the hospital with my son Barrett for the first time, when we brought him home from the hospital, a truck and trailer pulled in behind us, and this bike was on that trailer. It kind of found itself a home that day for good. This one won't ever go anywhere. I knew I wasn't gonna sell it or do any of that. And there's a lot of paint work, but they obviously do body work too. They pretty much just went in and made this thing. It's kind of like the Dawg House bike, but it's also, you know, obviously eventually it'll go to my son when he's 40. One of my favorite things is this gigantic front tire. You can tell looking at these other bikes, that front tire is as wide as the back tire on some of those. And it honestly makes for a really cool ride. They left some white on there, left some of the original color, but they went around, and I worried about having too many colors, you know, because we had the black, the red, 4 colors made me nervous. But man, when they pulled up with this thing, I was floored by it. Most special thing about this bike is the fact that it got here the same day as my son. So if you see me around town these days, 9 times out of 10, if I'm on a motorcycle, this is probably the one I'm on. And there is one that's not home, but we did get some footage yet. It's at the farm. The 1999 Softail Custom Night Train. And it's special because it was my first bike, my first Harley that my dad and I bought together. But yeah, man, special. Motorcycles have, you know, they're a passion of mine. It feels like freedom to me. One of my favorite things in the world to do. I'm at home on a bike, and I love them, and I hope y'all love seeing them. That pretty much does it for the bikes and the trikes. We finna go get some grub, youngin'. See y'all later.